Hey yo, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the Dortmund career. And I know it's been like a week since the last episode. I do apologize for that. I intended to have an episode out during the holiday weekend, and I recorded an episode for that. Unfortunately, I couldn't save the footage that I recorded. There was an error in my recording software. What happened was, if you ever used OBS, I recorded half of the gameplay screen on accident. I guess I moved the box for record. It was very weird. Essentially, I had half a screen of gameplay and I couldn't salvage the footage. So I do apologize for that. So let's get in and see what happened last episode that you guys aren't going to be able to see. We left off with Barcelona here, a draw 1-1 at Camp Nou. Last episode, we played Frankfurt. We won that one 3-1. We played Bayer Leverkusen in the Domestic Cup. We won that 2-0 with a very rotated side. We were very, very good in that match. And then we went on to beat Hanover in a very narrow 2-1 victory. I think we got a late game winner by Christian Pulisic in that one. So that was actually the closest game of the three last episode. And thankfully, I ran out of time after that. And that brings us to this big match against Liverpool in the Champions League. The winner of this will most likely move on into the knockout rounds. I would assume that would be the case. And then we also have a huge rivalry match against Bayern Munich this episode as well. We also have another Champions League match against Nice, as well as a derby to finish off the month of November against Schalke. I mean, this is going to be a huge month. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you guys before we get into this episode is a little Christmas present I kind of bought myself. And I bought it all the way back at the beginning of December, shortly after we started the series. But I just got it like the day after Christmas. I had to wait for it to come all the way from the team store in Germany. And that is an official Dortmund team kit right here. It is last year's kit. I'm not too keen on this year's kit, to be honest. The Bumblebee theme, like the horizontal stuff, I don't like that one too much. So I got last year's kit instead. And of course, I had to throw the 22 on the back. Christian Pulisic. Now, if he gets transferred to Manchester United in January, which is the current rumor floating around, I'm going to be a little bit salty. But either way, I do have the Christian Pulisic official Dortmund kit, and I'm going to be wearing this one the rest of the series. So let's have a little bit of a refresher now, before we get into this episode, where everything stands. Like I said, it has been about a week since the last episode. So we do sit in first place. We're 7 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen, who are in second place. And we're still undefeated in every competition. We're absolutely steamrolling everyone right now. I'm really enjoying the way this team is playing. And, of course, we have the Champions League match against Liverpool coming up. So let's have a look at where we stand in the Champions League as well. We are 2 points back of Barcelona. Like I said, this match against Liverpool is a huge one. I think whatever team wins this most likely will go on to the knockout rounds. If we lose this, we're in a lot of trouble. So we have a huge matchup. I think we're at Anfield for this one as well, so it's going to be a very, very difficult match. We have our work cut out for us. So here is the team that we're taking into Anfield. It is basically the first choice starting 11. We are dealing with a small injury to our left back, Rafael Guerreiro. He may be back for the weekend match against Bayern Munich. He may not be, so we're going to roll with Durham there for now. Rest of the team is the team you would expect in there for this kind of a matchup. I've decided to go with the first choice starting team in this one, as this is the more important match. I know Bayern Munich is a big match as well, but we are quite clear, quite safe atop the table right now. That's not as important as this one. So we're going with the starters here. They're rested. They're ready to go. Let's see if we can't secure a spot in the knockout rounds. All right, here we go. Kickoff at Anfield against Liverpool. If you remember back to the last time we played them in the Champions League, we kind of dismantled them a little bit. I think the final score was 4-1. You know they're going to be looking for some payback for that one. I don't expect this one to go quite the same way. So, Berkey, good save to start off with. Okay, well, game on. All right, we have a corner, and I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the box. That's one thing I forgot to go back over. I actually changed the sliders per your guys' request last episode. Of course, you guys didn't get to see last episode. It made it a little bit more difficult, and I like the balance of the gameplay. So I'm going to leave the sliders where they are, that I played last episode on. Also, I'm not going to be doing the short corner tactic anymore, which seemed to be a bit broken. So those are two changes that I am making to the series, and I forgot to update you on this episode. So yeah, that is happening. Oh, wow, Firmino. Firmino is dancing on it. It's to Mane. Oh, my goodness. Mane was off sides. They hit the post, though. Wow. This is definitely a different looking Liverpool team. They're much more aggressive on the attack. Uh-oh. Firmino has it. Wow, what a move from Firmino! Get there, Weigl! Nope. Wow, he missed. I can't get the ball out of my own half right now. I mean, Liverpool are absolutely pressing the crap out of us and just getting shot after shot right now. We got to change this thing up. We got to turn this around. Yo, Firmino is just skilling the crap. Since when does CPU do skill moves? There you go, Götze. He's going to lose that ball, though. He actually doesn't lose that ball. Yarmolenko gets that to Pulisic. Pulisic off the post. Get it, Pulisic. And he puts it home. Christian Pulisic on the counterattack. It's 26 minutes in. That's our first two shots technically of the game. That's the first attack really of the game. Liverpool have dominated this entire match until they finally got caught on a counterattack. Good pass from Yarmolenko to find Pulisic. Couldn't finish the first one, but he does stick with it and put it over. I think that's Mignolet in goal. It definitely is. Wow, we've actually put it through his hands. Okay, we have an early lead, sort of, at Anfield, but I don't think this is going to end 1-0. This is definitely not a safe lead right now. Well, there is the whistle for halftime. I gotta say, I think there was an update between the last episode that I actually recorded and this one. So in the last week or so, the teams play a lot more intelligent defense. They don't just run at you and press you. They actually cut passing lanes now and things like that. And players actually a little more skillful on the ball. It's a little bit more challenging to defend, as we saw in the early part of that first half. This is definitely more challenging. I'm actually enjoying the gameplay a lot, and this is not as easy as it used to be, which I actually really, really like. Oh, the passing now from Liverpool. They went from, you know, one-on-ones, skill moves, now to one-touch passing. It's a little bit... They keep switching up their tactics. Firmino is through, and he absolutely blows that shot. Wow, he was one-on-one with Berkey, and he just hit it right at him. That's an awful finish. Here we go. Lewandowski. We have it through. Yarmolenko is in. Here comes Yarmolenko. Has it! And absolutely blows that. What was that shot from Yarmolenko? Mane has it up the wing. Durham is tracking and does a great job. Really played that perfectly on Mane. And we have the ball to Schürrle, who plays it through. Nice, Sergey. Holding off a man. Sergey on it. Now plays it through. Lewandowski across for Yarmolenko. 2-0. Game over. Perfectly executed counterattack once again. And this time Yarmolenko finishes on his stronger left foot. To be fair, it was an open net. If he missed that, he would have been benched for the rest of his life. And that was a great unselfish play from Lewandowski as well. And that should do it. That should be us through to the knockout rounds and Liverpool out. Oh, Dahoud. Dahoud just picks up a loose ball here. Gives it up for Lewandowski. This time Lewandowski... Man, Liverpool, same thing that happened last time we played them. They played us tough in the first half and then just melt in the second half. And that is 3-0. To be fair, they are trying to push numbers forward and get back into it. They have to. But it's well and truly over now. Stoppage time goal for the man himself, Lewandowski, who was the player of the month last month in October. Gets the month of November started right with a goal and an assist. And that is truly over now. It is done. Liverpool is done. And there is the final whistle, bringing this one to an end. I think that was 7-1. We beat Liverpool over 2 games in group play in the Champions League. 7-1. That is very, very shocking. And honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed. Normally when these two teams play each other, it's very, very close, very intense. I mean, I think they're kind of mirror images of each other in real life. Just didn't seem to play out that way this time. But, I don't know. I gotta say, my overall feeling of this, disappointed. I was expecting a little bit more from Liverpool here. So now we are up to this match against Bayern Munich. This will be the first time we play them in this series. And every time I play Bayern Munich, it's different. Sometimes I absolutely wipe the floor with them. In more recent history, they've been a problem for me. And we've got players on both teams that have played for the other side in the past. Obviously, Lewandowski, Götze, Hummels. They've gone back and forth. I mean, they started with one, gone to the other, gone back again. So, a lot of history between these two teams. Very, very heated rivalry. Neither one likes to lose to the other. It's going to be a good matchup for us. We're a little bit tired, but we do have a big break coming up after this international break, so I'm not too worried about it. Some of the players won't be able to go the full 90, but we do have capable backups in there as well. So, let's get this thing going. The first Der Klassiker of this series. All right, here we go. Kick off in front of the yellow wall at Signal Iduna Park against Bayern Munich. And with that money that we spent to buy Lewandowski from them, they went out and bought Philippe Coutinho. So they definitely spent their money wisely. Coutinho is one of my probably top 5 favorite players in FIFA. He's really good. So it's a bit of a danger for us. Good play, Acosta. Oh, Acosta's going to have his hands full out there with Iron Robin. That is going to be an interesting matchup. But I trust him. I trust the young American to do his job. Although James is now... Oh my... Okay. Wow, Vidal blocked by Berkey's played out of his mind today. Here we go. Yarmolenko for Lewandowski. They kind of know what we're trying to do. They just surround Lewandowski when he gets the ball. They know exactly what I'm trying to do. That is a bit terrifying. All right. Corner chance for us. This may be the only team in the Bundesliga. Wow, Lewandowski got some power on that header. I was kidding. This may be the only team in the Bundesliga that can match us size for size. We're a big team. So are they. Uh-oh. Coutinho. Oh, Coutinho. He's freaking rapid, man. I didn't think he was that fast. Uh-oh. James is free. James gets the ball through. Berkey! He was offsides, but what an unbelievable save from Berkey. Oh, boys. Oh, James now. Oh, Dendonker, big tackle. This is a very intense match. I feel like they're just shredding through my team until the final third, and then we're getting a little bit of a stop on them. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Sergey, nice touch though. We might have something here with Sergey. Can we get this back for Lewandowski? Finish, and he puts it by Neuer, and there is the opening goal. Wow, man. When we get that fluid attack like that, I just feel like we're unstoppable. Lewandowski's always in the right spot, making the right run, and that is what you pay $140 million for. He just makes it easy. He really, really does. Everything we do is centered around him. He's worth every single penny that we spent for him. I mean, we would not be where we are without him. Aubameyang is good, but Lewandowski is just that much better, and it is 1-0 against Bayern Munich. Here we go, a little layoff for Dendonker. And Donker for Götze. Nice move from Götze. Gets a shot away. Hits the post. Oh, and that time Lewandowski wasn't paying attention. You don't usually see that. Had the rebound coming right at him. And just got caught flat-footed. That could have been 2-0 right at halftime. Instead, it is 1-0 heading into the break. But that's okay. It's been a very, very even match. Berkey's come up with some big saves. So has Neuer. This is a very, very close one. Uh-oh. Oh, Muller, that's a good play. Oh, Socrates had to get that right, and he just does. The defense is playing the bend but don't break maneuver right now, and it's been a little bit sketchy at times. As Pulisic, a little bit lucky, but does get through there, and we're actually just going to hold that up a little bit. Yeah, let's not do anything crazy with that. Lewandowski. Oh, what a move from Lewandowski. And gets around. Let's play for Pulisic. Pulisic. Back for Lewandowski. Oh, somehow gets it there. Lewandowski, get that back post for Yarmolenko. He's there, and that is 2-0. What a play, and again, it's Robert Lewandowski at the center of everything. What a cross back post by Lewandowski. And Yarmolenko just drops off the back shoulder of Vidal. Nobody back there. I don't know where Alaba even is. It's a perfect play from the boys. The attacking front three gets it done again, and it's 2-0 over Bayern Munich. Oh, Bayern Munich is starting to just pass it through us. There's not a lot I can do about this right now. Ooh, the passing. Look at him go. Oh my goodness, Robin on it. He gets it back to Muller. Berkey again. Pulisic. Oh, absolutely burns that dude. Pulisic is up the wing. Here comes Pulisic. Pulling it in. Yes, pulls it back. Beautiful Dahoud. It falls. There is Yarmolenko for his second, and it is 3-0. Over Bayern Munich. Even with the more difficult sliders, it doesn't feel any more difficult. It really, really doesn't. I mean, a couple of these goals have been a bit scrappy, but they just can't nobody can stop us right now. I think this is more of a situation where this team is just in stellar form. Nobody in the world is going to stop this team right now, and that is proof of it right there. We're just absolutely unbeatable right now in this moment. Good luck to anyone that plays us. And that is going to do it. 3-0 once again. It's just easy right now. I mean, this team is just playing so well. I have to chalk this up to just perfect form. I'm sure at some point we will cool off a little bit. We'll struggle at times, but right now, that is not the case. I haven't even played FIFA in a week, and it's still that easy. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I'm loving this team. I think we've put together a very, very solid and dangerous squad. that should win some trophies this year. So we do have a scouting report back now from Thomas Kukler. Remember, we're still looking for a goalkeeper for the youth academy. We really need to start training one very, very soon here. Let's see what we've got in this one. We have Torben Klein, 69 to 85 potential. Maybe, I would say a maybe on him, but probably not. Florian Wolf, possibly. Oliver Roth, maybe. Frank Newman, absolutely not, even though he's 6'7". If he's a center back, he might be a beast no matter what rating he is, but definitely too low of a rating for us. Benjamin Schneider, possibly with 90, maybe, nah, probably not. And Moritz Richter, I don't know, man. That's not even a very good crop of players, and still no goalkeeper. And since we still haven't gotten a goalkeeper, I've been looking for defensive-minded players. I'm actually going to stop this one right here. I'm going to end this scouting mission. When he comes back, I'm going to put him back in Germany again, but I'm just going to look for all players. I think that's the best way to find goalkeepers, at least in my experience it has been. You find a lot of them when you just look for any players. So we'll send him back in Germany again, and we'll just look for any players, and hopefully we bring in a goalkeeper very soon. Let's go ahead and sim this next match here against Stuttgart. They're in 14th place coming in. Our first choice starting 11 is well rested, coming off of an international break, and we have Rafael Guerrero back in there as well. We're on the road, and we only get a point. Lewandowski continues his big hot streak with a goal, a saving goal for us. Still undefeated, but a point away at Stuttgart's a little bit disappointing. I expected to win that one. So that actually is where I'm going to end this episode for today. You can see, still undefeated. That's only the second time that we've dropped points this season, was that draw to Stuttgart. And we're 10 points clear 12 games into the season. That is ridiculous. Absolutely insane. The fact that we've only given up 7 goals all year long in the league is quite impressive, actually. Especially when you consider the fact that I've turned the sliders for my team way down for goalkeeping and marking. I think they're both set at 35 at this point. Still only giving up 7 goals all year, which it's just ridiculous. And in the Champions League, we are very, very close to actually securing that that passage to the next round of the Champions League. 8 points, tied atop the table with Barcelona. So actually, they drew with Nice, which is bizarre. Wouldn't have expected that. Really, really wouldn't have expected that. But Nice gave us problems as well. So they're actually a kind of an underrated team in this group. But we're both on 8 points, 5 points clear of Liverpool. So I think just a draw next match should see us through, and we'll start next episode with that match against Nice in the Champions League. A draw will see us through, I believe, to the knockout round. So hopefully we can wrap that up before we finish the group play against Barcelona at home this time. But yeah, I would rather not leave it up to that match if at all possible. We should be able to take care of business against Nice next episode. So that is where we're going to wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you when we come back for some more Dortmund career. See ya.